Hello, welcome back to our second part of our City of Fog episode 2. We just heard about Wraith of Far, our new wizard, and now we're going to learn a little bit about Carlisle Crow, who is our newest ghost character to join the crew. There we go. Alrighty, I'll switch over to roll 20 in case we need to look at the sheet. And start writing stuff. Alright, so Carlisle Crow. Let's pull up the Spectre stuff, and then I can go through the questions in our debts. Alright, so the first question's the same. Who are you?
Carlisle Crow. He was the best. He was the top man in the criminal side of things around town. High society man. Lot of respect. Kept things running well and smooth and clean.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Cool. How
about who's important's happy?
What options did you choose for your look? So, like, what does Carlisle look like?
He looks. He's wearing a very nice tuxedo, but it's clearly from an older age.
Yeah.
It still looks fresh and new because it was when he died, but it's clearly just the style slightly older.
Yeah.
He basically, I dragged in the picture from actual Great Gatsby. He looks pretty much exactly like Leonardo DiCaprio from that movie. He's got the smooth, sleeked over hair. Well, he has a strong presence to him. Like he attracts attention, and people will look at him, and he can be menacing if he wants to be.
Yeah.
And he has his nice clothes.
Very cool. So this is also kind of an answer. So how long have you been in this city?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I don't know if I've been like fully spectre-y the whole time, or whether I've like been working up to coming back to full person.
Yeah.
But I've been
so maybe you
watching
died, or I guess. Do you know how you died, or was it like a long time ago? Or
I am going to assume I don't remember the exact thing, but I'm assuming it was like some sort of gangland shootout that went wrong, like or someone put a hit out on me or something.
Sure.
But it wasn't anything like I didn't get attacked by a werewolf or some shit. It was something gangster-y. But he might not remember the exact details. Probably remembers hearing gunshots or something.
Sure.
That's about it.
Yeah. So have you? Yeah. So you have you? Do you think you have recently kind of become a ghost and are now haunting your place again?
Yeah, more frequently. I assume he watched the city the whole time, but he's only just been more recently been able to pull himself into reality.
Yeah. So you've been around just kind of as a ghostly form, and then like recently you've actually been like had your actual like appearance, and you've been able to like manifest and such.
Yeah, he was probably like he went back to the Monarch and was like hanging around the tables, and then he was like he out of habit reached for a glass and actually picked it up, and he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, cool.
Probably scared the shit out of the kid behind the bar.
So that's a thing now.
Yeah.
Who do you still love?
Who do I still love? Was this supposed to be someone who's still around or no?
It can be anybody. It can be someone that you've like met like since you've died. It could be someone that was around when you were alive.
I feel like it would be someone around from when he was alive, like his sweetheart who he was trying to get. It would be like some rich, very glamorous woman.
Sure.
Someone who would have been around in his social circle, but who probably didn't want to get involved with him, knowing sort of, not knowing who he is, but knowing he's not nicest type. Probably got told by her dad, just leave that one alone.
So yeah,
so it was the one. It was the girl he was chasing.
Okay.
But Daddy's a bad boy.
Very much so.
So now now she's probably older, maybe like 60 or 70. So I guess something like that would be But you still kind of see her as you did before.
Of course.
Yeah. Cool. Do you have a name for her?
Just like I'm trying to think. No, I don't really. Do you have one?
Sure. Let's go with Victoria.
Victoria works for me.
Old sweethearts. Very cool. What makes your afterlife worth living?
Makes my afterlife worth living. The idea that I can fix this place and bring it back to how it was supposed to be. Reestablish the right way of doing things.
Yeah.
And be at the top. Be at the top once again.
Started from the bottom, now you're here.
Exactly. Be the top guy again. Cool. And what do you desperately need?
I desperately need.
This kid that's not talking.
He desperately needs allies.
Okay. So you're looking. Okay, cool.
Because one man can't take over a city.
Right. Very cool. Okay. And then, so now we get to go into your debts. So the first one,
Yep.
Someone or someone's progenitor was involved in your death. They owe you a debt. So this could be the person that killed you. This could be like the son of the person that killed you. It could be someone that knows about it.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I like the idea of like the son of the person that killed me. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, totally. You can totally go like, hey, your dad killed me. Guess what?
Well, I like the idea that he was like, could we do it that he was like a boy and he like maybe saw it from the car? Like his dad got out of the car and went down an alley and saw it, and he like didn't like his dad because of it. And then I come back and I'm like, yo, it's not cool. Time to repay your dad's debt.
Cool. Let's see. How about...
Give him like a kid's name. It's got to be like little Danny or something.
Yeah, Danny.
Like,
Danny's good, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who he grew up to be, but I don't know. So they owe me one debt, is that right?
I think it's one. Let me double check for you. Yep, they owe you one debt.
Cool.
Son of killer.
So Danny owes me one debt for their father killing me.
Yeah. Someone is watching out for a family member of yours. You owe them two debts.
Okay, watching out for a family member of mine. I feel like it would be like... It would have to be like his like niece or nephew, like, you know, his sister's kids or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be... I'd definitely say it's his sister's kids, and I'm not sure who would look out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mumbles, tell me a bit about your guy. Would he be the type to do that or no?
My character is probably not. I'm a police officer. I'm in my like 40s, 35, 45, 43, somewhere around there. I don't know if I am a like kind-hearted person, so maybe I am looking out for your family, but it kind of feels like your family and me we're on the opposite sides of the law. So
maybe, but maybe not my sister though.
Yeah, not your sister. I guess that's true. So I'd be fine if that's something
maybe
you want to work in.
I guess then this is just an idea. Like maybe was Carlisle's like, was it like his sister kind of wasn't part of it, but like was the rest of your family kind of involved?
Yeah, it would be sort of like, I assume my sister, I gave her some money every few months and told her not to ask where it came from.
Yeah.
And, you know, she got married to some nice guy and had some kids and moved sort of far away, like more suburb area, and didn't visit her as much, but she was fine. No one was going to go mess with her because no one was going to go mess with her.
I guess maybe after you died, like the crime, like it still kind of continued, and then maybe your sister was like.
I was thinking like she might have ended up in like a more low, like without the money coming in, ended up in more of a low end suburb, and Mr. Nice Policeman could just be literally, he didn't like nothing to do with me. He was just sort of looking out for that family in general.
Is your sister still around?
I'd say so. I'd say she'd be older, and the kids would be
definitely older, and then
kids are somewhere.
Kids would probably be growing up a little bit, like 20s or so, like.
It could be something.
You looked out for them, and they're in like a bad spot, maybe.
I wonder if it's actually something. And it's not me, but it's like one of the people that I owe or that I know, like the alderman or my partner.
I was just thinking it would be someone. Oh no, I'm not saying it has to be. I'm asking around to try and spread it around.
I was thinking maybe like maybe your sister and her family were kind of like not like an official witness protection kind of thing, but like they're like,
works.
And so it's kind of like, hey, we should keep track of them, kind of like not keep track of them, but like keep an eye on them because like someone might come after them because they're pissed off at the family, so they might come after them. So like it's just kind of like like they have a file to just keep an eye on them, kind of.
I assume that I would be able to find them. Like when I manifested, one of the things I could do is like pull like from emotional attachment and find family. Like I would have been able to find them real quick.
I'm okay with that idea that like they kind of were put under some sort of not full, but like some sort of witness protection.
So here's the idea
because they have knowledge of your family.
Well, here's the idea also is that like my guy's very things are fair and even, and if he makes a deal, he keeps it kind of guy. So, like, he might feel that he owes you these things even if you didn't directly do it.
Sure,
it's like, no, you looked out for my kids. You can, look out for my family.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So
it's sort of a self-imposed debt. It's a self-imposed debt of, like, you guys looked after him, so.
Cool. Yeah, so Carlisle owes Bailey 2 debts for kind of keeping an eye on his family.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's the name of your like your niece and nephew or whatever? Just so I have it.
Yeah, it'd be probably like, let's go with like John and Amanda. Cool. Like a plan to go.
What's your last name?
Crow. I don't know if I assume that their last name would
be
something, but I don't know.
Yeah, that way we can, if we need it, we can get it later.
Yeah.
That Bailey is watching after. Cool.
Hey Tux, I had a question real quick.
Totally, yeah.
So it says you can add advancements available at the beginning of play. So add all these advancements manually into your stats.
When you take one of them, you'll add it. You need to add it into your stat manually.
So
you don't have any.
Right now you don't take any.
Because it says advancements available at the beginning of play. So
yep.
There's
so
nothing
once you
at the beginning of play.
When you actually get an advancement, you can choose from those, and then after you chose 5 of those, then you get the next tier.
Okay. That makes sense.
Right now, if you check the little checkbox that says "Show Hide Improvements," it'll like put those away, so you don't have to like look at it won't take up a bunch of space. And then once you actually advance, then you can reopen it and kind of decide what you want to take. Yeah.
Cool. So family, is that it for the questions? I'm not sure.
There's one more. You are haunting someone and they know it. You owe them a debt. Would this be Wraith?
Yeah, I was trying to think. It'd probably be Wraith, right?
So then I owe you a debt and you owe me a debt.
Yeah.
So don't our debts just cancel out then?
No, they don't.
Well, no, we don't know zero. We both have one to pay.
I owe you, you owe me kind of thing. So, yeah.
Okay. So, Carla owes me.
Yeah. How do you spell Wraith's name? Is it?
It's just like Wraith, W-R-A-I-T-H.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. All right.
So wait, what was the debt that? So you owe me a debt, right? As well.
Yeah.
I gotta add that.
And that was for keeping my demons at bay.
Yeah.
So you haunt, and I know that you haunt, and, and you know I have demons, and you keep them at bay. Go figure in this bar. So do you ever like hang out? Like I know you're hanging out while like the club time's going on, like parties are going on, and you're like sitting in the background, and I know you're there. Like I can feel you're somewhere around there.
It'd be really great when you're like glancing around the room, and there's like a one empty spot where there shouldn't be a spot. For some reason, no one sits there. And then you see a glass like raise and then go down again.
Yeah. We want that table. You don't want that table.
You don't want that table.
It's my table.
Very, very
There's
cool.
always one table at this club that never gets used.
So you owe me a debt because why?
I owe you a debt for I'm haunting you. It's just a general thing. You get you get a debt from me because I'm haunting you.
You're haunting me.
You're haunting someone and they know it.
Yeah, so it's basically like you know I'm there, so you can pull me up for something.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Look, I have a ghost over here.
I have a ghost friend. Ooh.
He's the attraction.
Yeah, is that a thing? Like is like you can't sit at that table because that's the table of like the monarch. He's the person that owned the club, and he haunts it to this very day.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's played off as a joke, but it's actually true.
Yeah.
So,
I like the idea that they're cashing in on essentially your death. Like they're like they're cashing in on this like nostalgia.
That sounds very.
You definitely got after the first time. You definitely got like a ghost slap in the face with like, "I ain't a freaking sideshow, kid."
I know.
Gotta talk to mom and pops then about that.
Yeah, you're talking to the one guy that can't do anything. He's like,
I don't. Why are you angry with me?
What I can do?
Stop hitting me.
That's awesome.
I like how there's roped off. There's a table with like a velvet rope around it.
Yeah.
And it's just no one's ever crossed the rope. Like,
right, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's the table. That's like a thing, and everyone everyone goes up and like does selfies in front of it and stuff, and you're like in the background just like staring at them, pissed off as a ghost.
Every now and then, it looks like there's like a slight outline of the finger or something, but you can't really tell.
Every now and then, like that's one of the things. Is like they think it's like a hoax or an illusion. Like every now and then, when you take a picture, sometimes they actually capture a picture of him.
No, picture me like a part of it. It looked like a weird reflection, and they're not sure.
Yeah,
so maybe that's someone in the other side of the room.
It's some sort of
like there's
unfocused.
No, yeah, totally. Or like, there's like all those pictures where it's like, oh, what's this in the background?
Yeah,
like, there wasn't anyone there, but there's a thing of it.
There's no one in the picture, but they can swear there's a shadow under the glass as if it's about that far off the table, as if it was just about to be picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's part of
and then, like you said, very, very occasionally, there's a slight outline of a middle finger.
Yeah, very occasionally when he
you gotta focus on the glass. Always focus on the glass. That's why I tell people. Just focus on
the glass.
Watch the glass.
Like if you walk into a room and the photo's on the wall, you'll think you see it out of the corner of your eye, but when you look, it's not in focus.
Yeah.
Very cool. God, I love that you've even turned into a sideshow attraction.
Yeah.
They make it out to be a thing, and it's actually that's awesome. Cool. All right, so we have our two new characters. And we've covered what they're all about, who they owe, who owes them.
Tux, I had one. I'm sorry, I got another question.
No, totally.
So for my sanctum, I have to choose and underline 4 features, and then I have to choose 2 downsides as well, right?
Yeah, for your sanctum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was gonna make my sanctum. It's actually a different place. It's called Fog City's Hookah Lounge.
Oh, sure.
I have it on the map. I'll actually ping it for you so you can see it. Should be right. Got all the shit in the way.
I love the idea your name is Wraith and you're dealing with a ghost.
I know, right? It's kind of awesome. It's right here. It's by the 280, near the San Bruno Mountain State and Country Park.
Okay. It's way down there. Okay.
Yeah, it's way down there, and that's actually my uncle's shop. It's his hookah lounge, and I made my sanctum there.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So sometimes we'll go and like people will go up, hang out. That's where I can exchange information, and I figure that's one of the things is like sometimes it might be hard to get into because it's an actual business. Like they know me, and I can like pop in and chill, but I have to be really careful about trying to get in.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a test roll and make sure the sheet works.
Sure.
Is that roll? Yeah, it rolled. Cool. Just want to make sure it rolled.
Yep, looks good.
Great roll too, by the way.
Yeah,
I did excellent.
Let me find that wizard stuff. All right, so yeah, for your sanctum, what did you choose for the options?
So I have 4. So I would assume. Maybe there is a prison. There's a mystical prison. A focus circle. An extremely.
Dare ever try and put me in that prison?
No, it's more for like ourselves. Whenever because we've always tried to capture this curse, and so that's
fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, you could possibly trap you in there, but I guess we have an the extremely knowledgeable assistant is actually my uncle.
Okay.
And maybe a focus circle, an apothecary. Let's do a scattering of ancient relics.
Cool. And then how about the two downsides?
It's hard to get into. So is that it's no location is known by many. It's just difficult to get into, right?
Right. Yeah. Everyone people know that of the shop, but they don't know that it's a sanctum. So like if you chose the location known by many, that means like they know your sanctum is there.
I don't want that. So
I have that one.
So it's tough. It's tough to get access, and it contains many violent substances.
Cool.
I like that.
Everyone will know it's there when it explodes.
Yeah. It hasn't yet. That's why I have a very knowledgeable assistant.
Mm-hmm. Is the
don't drop this.
So is the hookah shop like just a normal regular hookah shop, or like
it's actually what?
Or would like people go there for like special weird supernatural hookah?
I think we have like a special blend that we make. That maybe
this the real shit.
Yeah. It's like no one can really understand what's so good about it, but its quality is like so much better, and that's what puts the shop away. That's why it's hard to access, because like they have like this special brand of hookah, and we come in like multiple flavors. And I see it as being like it is very popular. Like there's usually always someone in there.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the thing that puts it apart, is like we have our own specialty blend.
Sure. Very cool.
The wizard, like we call it. I want a good like pun for this or something. I don't know, like dragon's breath or something.
Right. Yeah. Very cool.
The spice of life.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so I think we're actually good to go.
Cool.
Yep, we covered that. We kind of covered all your stuff. Covered all the debts. Covered kind of who your characters are and what they're about. Let's see, I'll look over the Spectre again just to make sure there was anything we want to talk about. Spectre. Got those things. Got that. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, I think we're good then.
So I chose knowledgeable assistant.
Yeah, so
trap.
I think let's our first scene and what we're gonna kind of open on. I think we're at the Monarch nightclub, and yeah, it's like 11 o'clock, something like that. It's like it's open. There's like a bunch of people there. And so Wraith, you're like kind of the like just a general help, like bartender, just kind of doing stuff. Yeah.
I special in margaritas. I don't know, like I'm just like I'm like shaking up a tonic of some kind, you know, and I guess I'm like pouring it, and I don't really talk to people. Like some people really try to talk to me, but as I talk to them, you know, it's really weird and awkward. And I kind of just see like I just see Carla's like sitting in the back, just like shaking his head the whole time as I like try to like fumble around, and I'll say like, you know, like YOLO, like. Just not in context of anything. Just like, yeah, YOLO, and I'll pour the drink, and they're just like, okay.
Yeah, I think that normally I'll walk around the club with my manifesting heard and seen, but I can't touch things. So like I'll walk around and like, you know, walk between people and stuff, but they'll never be touched. So
yeah.
Someone might be slightly confused why I slightly phase through something.
Yeah, so people like see you walking around, but it's just kind of totally.
I'm going to assume he can look like sit on a chair without like just falling to the ground. Like,
yeah.
Like you just
you can
position
keep
of
yourself
the chair.
there. Like it's not like you just like you don't just fall through the ground or anything like that. Like
so he can still like sit on the chair stylishly, and he can talk to people, but he couldn't like pick up the drink or sort of thing. That's his general.
The touching's definitely more for like specific things. Like you can't push somebody or do something like
you can't push your chair in. Like you can't pull your chair out.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't like throw it across the room, but you could just sit down.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. So the nightclub is like nightclub's full of people. There's like, is it what kind of nightclub is it? Is it like a dance
yeah. It does have it's made of 3 rooms actually, and what it is the main room. There is one room for like private guests. Like it essentially sits. It's this design. You can actually look up the Monarch. It actually has pictures.
Okay, cool.
On Google. And so there's one room that's like it's stripes, and it's like a private sitting area that has like 2 tables, and it's almost like a giant lounge.
Yeah.
And then there's the main bar. Where you can come in and it's just like there's all this ornate designs and like the bar is stocked. Like it is anything you want, I can make it. And then there's actually another room for DJs. So essentially, I'm in like the room.
Giant mirror
I'm the barkeeper. Yeah. So I'm like barkeeper, just working the bar right now, and it's like a nice little private. So I guess it'd be like music's playing. And it's kind of like relaxing. Maybe like some pop comes on every now and then, but it's definitely like a more relaxing atmosphere over here.
Yeah, and I definitely stay away from the nightclub area. One, because moving through a crowd like that without being noticed that I'm walking through people would be really hard.
Yeah, totally.
And 2, I don't really like this new music anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so like there's like the bar, and then you go into the nightclub where there's like the DJ playing and it's a bunch of people dancing and stuff.
Full-on nightclub with like hundreds of people in this on the picture, so it's like
that's what I'm saying. It's
couldn't walk through there.
Yeah, it's very pronounced. Like it's popular. This is one of the best nightclubs in San Francisco.
Very cool.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't walk through there without being noticed.
So all right. So we're in the bar, and Wraith is behind it, doing his thing. There's a few people sitting down, a few people waiting for drinks. And we can like hear and feel like the dooch 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 from the other room. It's pretty like blocked off, so like you can actually hear and talk to people in here, but you can actually like feel it. You can tell there's music playing on the other side of the wall. And then here there might just be like something like cymbal playing over like just for atmosphere kinda. And so Wraith is behind the bar, making a drink for somebody. Carlisle is like at his kind of usual spot. And then
I like that there's a seat that no one can go to, but occasionally I sit there. But they're like, why does that guy get to sit there?
Yeah. And Wraith, do you have a name for your father?
Yeah, I would like one.
Okay, cool.
I'm bad with names. I'm just gonna rely on you for all names.
Got it. All right, let's go with Logan. Logan
Afar.
Do I know that your family's all into like magic and shit as well as you? I'd assume I would.
No, I mean it's because that's why we have the sanctum in a whole different place. Like you might know because of the fact like there was one time where I've always been able to notice you, so you might have an inkling of understanding that it's like maybe there's something going on with the family, but I haven't.
I was just deciding if I was going to walk up and shake his hand and have his hand go through mine for the lulz or not, but that's fine.
I mean, I feel like everyone would notice you, but they'd be really good about like trying to keep it on the DL.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so you're kind of aware there's something with this family, but you're not quite sure if like what it is. Like there's something they're at least on the fringe of this like the supernatural kind of thing of the city.
He's not going to cause a panic, so if he doesn't know, he's not going to.
Yeah. Cool.
It's like kind of how I see it, Tux, with the whole wizarding community and everything. Is like the family is known, like they're known for helping, but I mean what they do, everything else in the back, it's not really like they're just like they kind of keep to themselves. We're not really sure what they do, but they always come in and help us when we need it.
Yeah. Cool.
They're big stuff, but I mean they kind of just keep to themselves.
Totally. And so your father comes in and he's wearing his usual like a suit kind of thing. he's got like pretty like kind of short hair. He's got like the kind of like a full beard, but it's very trim, very proper. Like he's like the owner of the nightclub, so he has that kind of nicer appearance. He walks over.
I think like as I see him coming in, I like make his drink. It's like bourbon on the rocks or something. And I like as he comes in, I kind of slide it down the bar. So he just like comes in and puts his hand down. It's a practice routine that we do for 6 months now, where he like.
It's the one time you can be cool.
Yeah, and then
every other time you broke like 20
like you spent like a full day practicing it. Like, okay, bourbon rocks. Too far.
Slide.
Okay, bourbon rocks. Too short. Crap.
With a plastic glass.
Yeah, and so you do that, and he like gives a nod and then takes a sip, and sets it down, and then, son, we have some important guests up in the what was it called again? I think it was like the dragon room or like the special room upstairs was called the dragon room or something like that. Yeah, we have some special guests coming in the dragon room, and we'd like you to go up and tend the bar for them.
Oh, okay. I'll tell Juan to keep down on this bar then.
Yeah. Specifically because we know you can be quiet.
Yeah.
Just to they're looking for a bartender that's going to be seen and not heard because they've got some business going on. So do a good job and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. 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 All right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I believe it's of note that occasionally, like, I'd be smoking or drinking from a hip flask. No outside alcohol, no smoking, but for some reason, no one calls me on it ever.
Right. It's just like
it's weird. You can't smell the cigarette smoke usually. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. It's just a weird like. Just like
I thought this was a no smoking area.
Yeah,
not behind. Huh.
The road.
You don't see it, but we smell it.
Cool. Yeah. So he picks up the glass and kind of nods to you, and then heads out.
I think I'm kind of like, I'm kind of like shrunk in, you know, because he's the father. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever you say, Dad. And then I kind of like walk over. Hey, Juan, I need you to watch the bar for me, but I gotta go take care of some special clients.
Yep. Yeah. Juan nods. He was like giving somebody else, and then he walks to where you were, and
I just grab my like tray and all of my the tools I use, like all shakers and like mixing bottles and stuff, and then I'll head over to the special room.
Yeah, sure.
Can I ask a quick question, Tux, just mid-scene, just because I'm in here? What are the rules on when I swap my manifestations? Can I do it in a scene, or does it have to be in the new scene? I pick what I do.
Nope. Yeah, you can like unmanifest and demanifest basically whenever you want.
Because I was thinking I might, re-change it so that I can't be seen, but I can be heard and felt, but then and just sort of as an invisible man push my way around and see what's happening around the place.
Yeah, and you can like demanifest and then come back. Yeah, basically it's whenever you want to have only one or all three of the effects. That's when it's like a.
Well, it also takes a few moments. I got to concentrate on.
Yeah, you concentrate and then you like you change your spectral.
Which is really fun because I get to walk through the nightclub and like push people, and then they'll turn around and just think it was the guy behind them and like punch that guy.
Yeah, so you're gonna be heard and touch.
I'm bored. I've been sitting at this table.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you following Wraith, or are you just gonna?
Why not? Yeah, I'll just see what's going on.
Cool.
I actually asked my dad. Do I know who the special guests are? Are they usuals?
No. This is a new client.
You get that thing where I'm lighting a cigarette, like doing the cupped hand thing, and then someone walks past the camera and I'm not there anymore at the table.
Cool.
Love it.
Yeah, and so Wraith, you walk out and immediately just like the sound kind of just like hits you as you make your way through, kind of being very careful with your stuff, and then
YOLO.
Yep. The dragon room is kind of up a couple like a thing of stairs, and then
Yeah, and I come in and I set, I get everything prepped beforehand. I make sure everything's clean. Take time to just like set everything, make sure everything's perfect because everything's got to be just perfect. And then that
means
set
I
my
fuck
bar
with
up.
You slightly.
Yeah,
everything's perfect, and then I'll move something a little bit.
You see me, I'm like cleaning, and like all the bottles are like set from size, and then like I'll look away, and then one of the bottles will be like turned and moved. And I'm just like, I come back and I'm just like. back real quick, and then it's like, and I like turn around, and it happens again, and it's like, stop it.
Cool. Yeah. So eventually, you kind of get your things set up as you want, and then like the door opens, and like the people start to kind of file in. They're kind of talking with each other, and they like they look at you, and then like a couple of them go to sit down, a couple of them come up to the bar and start getting some ordering some drinks, like all like kind of like they're all like it's a bunch of like people like men and women, various ethnicities, and various they're all like the guys are all in suits, the women are all in like kind of like the nicer like suit-ish kind of dresses, like it looks like they're all like business people almost. Okay. But yeah, they're all like extremely well dressed and very, very nice looking.
Am I able to hear what they're talking about?
Yeah.
As I'm kind of just like sitting there, and I think I'd just be like polishing. You know how there's that one guy's always like cleaning that same cup over and over again. I'm like doing that, except I'm just like polishing all the mixers as I'm just like kind of staying quiet, doing my role.
Sure. Right now they're just kind of like from what you like catch as people walk by, and like they like a couple of them come up and sit and like start ordering stuff, and then they continue their conversations. A lot of it's kind of just like they talk about a lot, but none of it seems that important. It's like a lot of small talk kind of stuff. Like right now, just like oh the butler messed up today, and like I hate getting a bad butler, and just like stupid.
I do declare.
Yeah, a lot of stupid rich people talk almost like.
I am invisibly shaking my head at this butler talk.
I think I try to like I'm allowed to be seen but not heard, so I do I don't know many of the tricks of like bartending, but like spin some of the bottles and stuff as I like pour to make the drink, keeping the atmosphere.
Yeah, and they're all like
you can be seen but not heard, and I can be heard but not seen.
Exactly. It's perfect.
That's awesome. And they're all very like upper level, like it's like old fashions and martinis and stuff like. There's no like tequila sunshine, or it's just like it's all very high class kind of drinks and such. And so yeah, they like
meth, dude.
Yeah.
Jaeger bombs.
And like you got some like, oh, very cool, like when you start doing the things, and you got a couple pretty decent tips. And so like they all like get their drinks, and they go like there's like a big table, and they're all kind of sitting around, and then it looks like they kind of leave like the head of the table empty, and they're always kind of sitting around like they got their drinks on coasters, and they're all just kind of talking. The door opens again.
So someone's not here essentially.
Yeah, you can tell like they're waiting for someone.
So tempted to go sit in the chair, but I won't.
And so the door opens again, and then when people like look up and see like the murmurs and conversation kind of like come to a close, and it's a guy. He's Caucasian. He kind of has like pointed features. He's wearing again like a very, very nice suit. It's black with like very, very dark red like pinstripes.
Interesting.
And like kind of like a similar matching tie. Like everything like, looks really nice and matching and such. Like he's got like really awesome shoes and really cool like everything on him. He's got like his hair's black, and he has kind of like darker green eyes. And his hair is very like styled up. Probably costs like $200 for the haircut or whatever, and it's like styled up and nice and everything. It's like short businessy kind of haircut.
Does he have any like? Because you know how like the suits will have the silver. What are they called? They go on the end of cuffs. They can be
cufflinks
like cuffs
and lapel pins.
Yeah. Would
the
he
pins
have?
things.
Would he have like really fancy ones that might like have an initial or a symbol on them or something?
Yeah, totally. Maybe from like afar you can't quite. You see like two little like glistening dots, whatever. I think when we come up close to it, they almost look like little tiny horns.
All right, so promising. That's a good sign.
Yeah, exactly, totally.
Just next to you, there's a champagne bottle being poured into small glass that gets raised when no one's looking at the right time. And then put back down.
It's like that one bottle that I'm always keeping in the back, like the
specialty
bottle.
So, like you look around and like below the line of the bar, there's a bottle tipped onto a glass, and then like right when no one's looking, the glass will be lifted up and put back down again, and you can just hear like the being put down again on the table.
Very cool. Yeah. So he walks in. Like kind of like gives like a smile and looks around at the people sitting. He doesn't even really look. He doesn't even look in your direction. And then he like shuts the door. And goes, ladies, gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. And he walks around to the like the head of the table, and like pulls a chair out, sits, and then kind of like scoots up. He looks at no wait, actually I want a little bit of description. When he walked in, like someone else walked with him, so like there was him and then like a bigger guy, like very muscly.
He had muscle.
Mm-hmm. Also in like a really, really nice suit, but he's like a little bit taller, and like you can tell like the suit's like holding back like muscle.
He's a bodybuilder.
Yeah, basically like a really, really big guy. And so he's the one. He like pulled out the chair. The guy sat down and then he pushed it in. The guy just kind of like does one of these.
And also phantomly shaking my head at someone still using muscle. In the day, respect was your armor. You didn't need that.
The guy does one of these, and then the big guy walks up to the bar.
And make sure not to be doing anything ghosty while he's around.
Mm-hmm. And he puts his like elbow on the bar, and it makes like a kind of like when he like it's like a thud. He's not trying to like be intimidating, but he's just like so big that he just
he's like, a huge dude.
Right? Yeah.
I think we see me kind of like swallow my throat, like do one of those like. And like, what can I get for you, sir?
Old fashioned
on the back of the ear.
Blood oranges instead of normal oranges.
Right away, sir. Right away.
As he goes to pour the drink, I flick him on the back of the ear, like, fucking toughen up.
Stop it.
So he just like kind of like raises an eyebrow, like, just he doesn't say anything. He just kind of.
And then I turn my back and I start
Kid has a nervous twitch.
Yeah, so like I start just like I might like fumble a little bit, and I'm like, and then like, and I make the drink, and then here you go, sir, with the little like little umbrella and everything on it. So.
Yep, he just nods and takes it and walks back to the edge of the table, and sets it down. I want him
to like take out the umbrella and throw it, and then take the drink.
He sets it in front of the guy. The guy nods, like picks it up, takes a sip. You're a pretty decent bartender, right? Like you're like
yeah. I've been doing this for 6 months. Like
okay,
totally.
I
know I mean if I know witchcraft and wizardry spells, I figured like it's really similar. You know, it's just mixing.
Totally cool.
It's mixology.
So I think he takes a sip, and then makes like a not bad face, and then looks like he like looks over at you, and like he just like raises the glass a little bit.
I nod back to him, and I start cleaning the area where that guy had scuffed up the table.
Right by your hand, there's a napkin with the words "Toughen Up, Nancy" now written on it.
And so he the guy
just behind the bar next to where your hand would be.
like
just like shaking my head, like I think it's almost like a whisper, and I was just like, just leave me alone, stop it.
So he sets the glass down, and then as you all know, I have called you out here to for a initial meeting, as we are going to be entering into business together. So I wanted to get you all here in a nice place, some nice drinks, just to talk about the arrangements we're going to be entering into, of course. And he like looks at the big guy, and then he like reaches down and like he has like a briefcase. He like puts it on the table, like unclaps it and opens it up. And he pulls out like a kind of like a small stack of folders and starts like giving it one to each of the people.
I'm gonna wander up and look over someone's shoulder, see what they're looking at.
Sure. And it looks like kind of like a one sheet of like a business contract, just like the like very vague details of it. And it looks like it's like a real estate kind of thing. It looks like they're kind of like they're stuff in the financial district, so like a few blocks away, like where all like the nice like all the all the really fancy businesses and all the fancy apartments and everything are.
I think I kind of see that everyone's glasses are getting a little low, and I make a round for everyone because I kind of know their drinks, and I kind of come out and start serving, and that's kind of my chance to kind of peek.
You almost put the Toughen Up Nancy under one of the drinks.
Yeah, I do. I like
because you put the drink on the napkin.
Yeah,
and but you like catch you catch yourself first,
from put it in my.
It was totally on the big guy's drink too.
And so yeah, they're all kind of looking at it. Like I said, it's like a one sheet, like a big real estate deal of stuff, like a bunch of stuff in like in the financial district. It looks like they're kind of from what you can kind of like gaze, because again, you're like just looking over someone's shoulder as they're like also kind of reading through it. They're kind of, it looks like it's like consolidating a bunch of stuff under one like company. It's like sales and buying like a bunch of different stuff, like a few different deals, but like it's all kind of being consolidated.
Does it say the names of the companies they're buying?
It's just a bunch of different ones. Like it's mostly like locations. It's not like actual like companies. It's like
it'll be like an address or like
like blocks and such, like different areas in there.
Essentially, I asked this because with my family having money, like maybe they might trade in stocks or something, and this would be like I might be getting insider information just from.
Sure. Yeah. And actually, yeah, sure. So. And I mean the last one he gives out, like they look at him for like a minute, about a minute or something, and then one of the guys, like looks over to the guy at the head of the table, and like picks up his glass and well, this all looks great. I think it's going to be a very good business arrangement working with you, Francois. And then Francois like picks up his drink as well and kind of like nods and takes a sip. And so
was that the guy in the suit?
Yeah, the guy sitting at the head of the table in the really, really nice suit is Francois. And so also to get into the moves a little bit, if you would like to, you can kind of reflect back on what you know about the factions and such, and you can do the put a face to a name if you would like to.
Okay. I would definitely love to put a face to the name.
Sure. And you can both do this as well if you would like to both make the roll. And so his faction is...
What's the roll with... Sorry.
On your sheet, there should be under the faction section. There is... I'll pull it up on here as well. So under the faction section, there is each faction in your stat with them. And then there's a kind of like a drop-down menu. And you can pick... There's each of them in there as well. His faction is Knight. And so if you put Knight in that... And then hit put a face to a name.
All right, I'll try it. I got 1 in Knight. Why not?
I have a -1 in Knight.
Okay.
Sweet. I got something. It's my people anyway.
Yeah. And so I'll pull up the sheet for the looking at it. Okay. Yeah, I think yeah, so Wraith kind of just like sits there and like racks his brain for a minute, and yeah, I think the name like you've heard obviously like you've heard the name, but like can't place it with anyone really important. Like there's nobody that like stands out as being like Francois. You should know that person. For Carlisle, I think you since you've kind of like come around recently and like kind of starting to get back into what's going on in like kind of like what's been going on in this area of San Francisco, I think you noticed that let's see, I think that's a good name for them. maybe you remember seeing like on a paper or something like standing on the corner like on like just like casually looking over it like in or like you like looked over someone's shoulder like when they were reading the business section or something like that.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah,
it's easy to read other people's
Yeah, you
stuff.
do. You're an asshole about it.
And so I'm trying to.
Don't give away that he's the big bad of the campaign just yet.
Right, I'm trying to think of a good company name for him. So
Dude, this,
I think
this is gonna have like a boatload of big bads. Look at
Yeah.
the city.
Is he from Devil Satan Inc?
I mean, he has tiny horns, so maybe it's
Well, actually, I'm kind of surprised he isn't Fae because he has tiny horns. But yeah.
yeah. So I got. So you remember reading like he's the CEO of like a company called Sigma Consolidated.
Sigma.
Yeah,
Great.
Sigma Consolidated is like kind of like they've been around for a while, but nothing's like they've just kind of been in the background. And but like pretty recently they've been like doing a lot of stuff in San Francisco, like buying up like kind of like buying up real estate, making like deals with other companies. Like they're one of those companies that's like they like if you go to sigmaconsolidated.com, it's the most generic thing you've ever seen. Like if you go under like what we do, it's like we take pride in doing exactly what we do and like bringing services to the American people. Like
they don't answer what they actually
right,
do.
exactly.
They
like
just
you
do a
can't
bunch of
like
fluff.
They
like
politician answer.
you could spend an hour on the website and you still have no idea what
it's
they
just
do.
circle logic the whole way.
Yeah, exactly. Like we provide services to the people and like our products are like top of the line and like go through only the best quality assurance. Like okay, but what are they? Like
Yeah. There
What
are no
they
written
are is-
plans.
yeah,
no
like if you
structure.
like they just like
They
they
are
have like
running
and like it's all
business
like
deals.
stock photos of just like there's a guy working on a car and smiling at the camera, and then like someone like a woman in a business suit who's like smiling and like writing something down, and then like
Well, see,
and, like
I
a scientist like putting
get,
something in a vial and like stuff like that. Just like
I don't get all this internet stuff as much, but I understand buying up land and putting up a nice front. So
oh yeah,
I get you.
I think especially you would get it. Like okay, something like this is there's no
know
way
a
this
racket
is
when I see
some
one.
sort of shady. Yeah, exactly. Like
I know a racket when I see one.
Exactly.
He's putting up a nice front, and he's buying lots of stuff, and people like lots of stuff.
Totally.
Especially when there's people to live in the lots of stuff, and you can do things to people.
Exactly.
I get how this works. They just don't charge protection money anymore. They just call it something else.
And so, yeah. So you kind of like after you kind of like sit there for a moment thinking about it. I think
he's like rakishly leaned against a wall, like just.
I think like as you kind of did that, and like everyone's kind of like doing their own thing of like, oh yeah, this looks great, and then like doing that. One guy at the kind of like a little far down the table. Like he like looks it over again and like, sorry, Francois. I saw in here under mine it says the obviously the land that's going to be going to Sigma is settled, but the number was a little lower than I thought we had settled on originally. And then like Francois,
this is gonna go bad. I want to look at that paper and check this guy's name before he gets shot across the table.
The guy that's raising this. Yeah,
the guy raising this stink. What's the name on the page?
It's his name is Lawrence Fenderbottom.
Okay, cool.
I feel so bad for him.
It's gonna look bad on his gravestone.
Here lies Lawrence Fenderbottom.
And he looks like everybody else. He's got like a pretty nice suit. His maybe looks a little I guess like I'm like not like old or like dirty, but just like it was like last year's style and not this year's style or something like that. Like it's like you can tell it's a little different than everyone else's. It's still really nice. Like you could still wear it to like like the president's ball or whatever, but like it's still just like everyone else's is like top of like you saw it in like this week's fashion thing, and his was like last year's or something like that.
His suit was bought last year, and mine still looks better.
Yeah, he's out of fashion.
Right, exactly. And so, Francois like looks at him.
I stand clear for the incoming gunshot.
And so, like Francois looks at him. He picks up his drink and kind of like he downs the rest of it, and then just like without even looking, he just reaches up to the muscle, and just like the guy at the muscle takes it and walks it down to the bar.
I think I kind of already have a drink ready for him at that point. Like, I can kind of see, I'm kind of watching the whole situation, and I'm really tense about it. And like the second he like downs it,
I like the idea you've been nervously making drinks, so you have like 3 of everyone's drinks behind the bar.
Yeah.
There's a constant shaking mixer sound in the background because you just.
I'm just hoping to like keep everyone drunk so that nothing bad will happen. Like maybe they're too inebriated that it'll.
Because that's how alcohol works. When people get drunk, they don't get mean at all.
Yeah, it's like I have no concept of how humans work.
Yeah, and so he walks up and gets like he gets the refill, and then walks it back around, and then Francois like. Well, Lawrence, as all of you know, if you have any problems with the deal, I have an open door policy. So please, tell me more about your concerns. And then we agreed on 500,000, and it says frankly it's half of that. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can sell all my holdings for this much. I don't.
Damn it.
And like, of course. And then Francois stands up and like walks, like he starts like very slowly walking around the table, and
do we have like I would assume we have some sort of like security button or something because we have like bouncers up in the front.
Yeah, sure.
I'm leaning against the wall doing a finger gun.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those things where like I'm kind of the room really feels tense, right? Like, maybe I
just told big guy no.
Maybe I like hit the buzzer, just like I do like a one tap. Like there's a tap sequence that we have, like how bad it is. So I like.
If you hold it down, it's like.
Yeah, I just hold it. I hold it the once, and that's it. You know, just like send someone up here just in case. You know.
Yeah.
We can spectrally see me doing finger guns at the guy.
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of like sets me where I'm like, and I press the one for the bodyguard.
Yeah, and so so you push it and like it like does a little buzz or whatever, and so like the little light is like doing a thing, like it's a really dim light, but it's just like okay, the alarm, like it was received.
I assume it calls bouncers to the door, like beyond ready.
Yeah, you've probably had to use it before or whatever, and so like probably somebody's like at least outside in case something's gonna happen.
Yeah, they have that. They have the one buzzer on the outside, and they say, "Yep, we're here."
Mm-hmm.
It's like a proximity thing, like just be close to this area because maybe.
Yeah, totally. And so Francois walking around and like Lawrence, as you know, words and numbers are meaningless. They can change, they can move around. What's important is the deal between someone and then he's slowly walking up, and he's like standing like right behind Lawrence, but like Lawrence tries to turn, and he like is like standing so he can't really turn his chair.
So he's like, it's like he's holding the chair almost.
Kind of like it's not like he's like holding him, but he's just like standing like in a way. So like if Lawrence tries to turn the chair, it'll like hit him, and he doesn't want to do that. So like it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm stuck.
He's almost doing like that step where like he has one foot forward and he's kind of looking.
Right.
At
Yeah.
him.
Exactly.
So,
like
yeah.
It's like he can't like Lawrence is kind of like stuck.
He's almost too close, but not close enough.
Yeah. Totally. And like And so like, and then like, Francois can like puts a hand down like on the paper and like kind of like just like moving it over. Like the rest of us here are not. Money is secondary. The important part is the relationship, the arrangements that we are entering into here, and so if you truly think that you are being shafted or treated unfairly, then you can leave. But if you agree with us that money isn't the most important thing here and that a friendly relationship is, then... And then he, like, moves his hand off the paper and, like, puts his hand on Lawrence's shoulder.
I feel like I can nearly be mouthing this speech.
Yeah.
Like I've heard this one before.
Is there, like, a move that lets you realize if someone's, like, doing something funny or casting
there's
something?
There's a move called Figure Someone Out.
Alright. I would like to figure someone out.
Sure. And so,
but I literally feel like I can almost mouth this speech, like, if you...
Oh, yeah. Yep, and so you roll with mind.
Okay.
I giggle at the word shafted as I picture people being shoved down elevator shafts, old school.
And not advanced, right? There's no advanced, because it says advanced question mark.
Oh, yeah. When you
that's if you have.
Yeah, at a certain point you can make your basic moves better.
Okay.
And so right now it's not advanced.
All right, I will try to figure someone out.
Oh, okay, and you miss.
God, I'm terrible.
Yeah, and so you're like staring at Francois, like maybe you're like wiping down the same, like you're like wiping on the glass, and it's just the same glass, and you're kind of like watching Francois, but like I think like either like you have a bad angle or just like you're just looking at him and you cannot read this guy, like you just cannot.
I think I'm doing that, but I keep like looking to Carla to see what he's doing as I'm like like doing one of these things.
I mean, you know where I stand. You can't see me, but you know where I stand.
Yeah,
I know, and I'm like. I can still feel. I like kind of like you just see I'm worried as I'm just like turning back to like you and this and you.
Why do you keep looking at that wall? What are you doing? Because you know that I'm leaned up against that wall. Because you've seen me in normal form, just go lean up against that wall.
Yeah.
And so and so Francois like puts a hand on he like moves a little bit, and so he's like he puts like his right hand on Lawrence's right shoulder and the left hand on his other shoulder, and I think he like squeezes a little bit, like. It doesn't look too tight, but like Lawrence kind of gives like the kind of thing, like. And so I want you to tell me right now if you are in or you are out, and like you can like see Lawrence is like no, it's fine, whatever, like perfect, and he just lets go, and then walks back to the head of the table, picks up his fresh new old fashioned and takes another sip. And so, you all have pens if you would like to sign, and my associate will pick all of them up for you. And I believe we may head downstairs and enjoy the night.
I think I hit the switch to let them know that everything's okay in the room.
Sure.
Like the everything's all
you hit
clear.
the green light, like it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do that, and then everyone like kind of signs. Everyone signs. Like Lawrence, like his pen's a little slower than everyone else's, but he signs the bottom, and they put it back in the folders. The big guy goes around and collects each of them. And then kind of like as they get their things picked up, each of them kind of walked in like in 2 and 3s or so, and so like they leave with their partner or the people they came in with, like. Kind of being like everyone's a little quiet, like it's the tension is still kind of there, and so everyone leaves, and then Francois walks up to the bar as the muscle guy is collecting everything and kind of getting it arranged in the briefcase, and Francois like puts his glass down in front of you, and he gives you like a sly smile, and we ordered the room to have a bit of private place to do our business, and I want you to know I'll be putting again a good word for you for your employers. You made some good drinks. You kept to yourself. It was much appreciated.
Yeah, we always appreciate your business, and feel free to come back whenever you feel like.
Of course.
My name's Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need a good bartender, I'm always here.
Mm-hmm. I think he like obviously like he like you're kind of it kind of shows like the top of your like the top half of your torso like a whatever, like because of the bars blocking it. He like does like look up and down like what he can see of you, and just like gives like hit like that smile still kind of on his face,
Is he hitting on me?
Not real. Like it's exactly like you tried to read him earlier, and like it's still kind of like you have no idea what he's really doing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
I know
he's just doing stuff, and it's like, what do you?
Does he think I'll make a good blood sacrifice?
What is happening here? And he gives you like a look up and down, and then he still has that smile on his face, and then just
I feel like I'm being hit on right now.
I think like you get like a like almost like I think you get like a little like bit of like a weird just like a I'm thinking the word like tremor, but like it's just like your heart kind of does like a little like thing, just like where it's like you're not sure what's happening, but you feel like something's happening, but it's like kind of a little confusing, like creepy almost, like. And so he just he reaches into his like his breast pocket and he pulls out a card, and then he like slides it in front of you, and then just once again we appreciated the business and Monarch Nightclub. We will be in touch in the future, of course. Here, I will pass that along.
I think I have my own as well in my back pocket. It's one of those metal ones that has a whole bunch of cards. It has like a bunch of business cards, and I take out for the Monarch, and I give it to him as well. And it's like my personal like bartending, Wraith of Fire.
Yeah, bartender / service associate or whatever.
Yeah,
like
it's like you can like I hire out for private parties.
Sure, yeah.
Like that.
And so he takes it and like looks at it and then pulls out like a small black like his wallet, and he like puts it in. Like, thank you. I'm sure we will be in touch in the future. And then he turns and walks in, and the muscle follows behind him.
As the last guy leaves, I appear in the chair he was sitting in.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was that about? Oh,
good job, kid. Doing well.
My heart won't slow down.
I imagine like the door shuts and then Wraith just goes. Oh,
yeah.
Like
Carlisle, who the hell?
I get up and I get up from the chair where the big honcho was sitting and sort of strut across the room.
I think on reflex, I actually give him a drink and pass it to him as he's coming this way. Like,
I go like this. I put my hand straight through it and go, thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. And I think it's kind of that.
Showing me the card.
Mm-hmm.
As when I show the card.
I give him the card.
Awesome.
Oh, good. It goes straight through my hand and lands on the table, and I look at it. Is there an address on it?
On.
Yeah, is there an address or
Francois?
phone number on the card? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a it's a place in that kind of downtown financial area. I can mark it on the map when I. Yeah.
Would this be considered a personal object that belongs to the target?
Yeah, I would say so.
Is there also a phone number on it for
Yeah. It's like the number for
the company. Or whatever.
Sigma Consolidated. Then like has like an email and like an address for it and such.
Yeah,
and then, like,
I'm disregarding emails and such. Sorry, not my stick. I just want to know that. Okay, so I know his name. Mm-hmm. I know what he works for. I know he's a bad guy. I know his address of the company, and I can get in contact with him later. Brilliant.
Cool.
And I look at the kid. I look at the kid and I go. I glance at his pants as a joke, and I go, "I see you spilled a drink."
What? No, what?
I smile and disappear again.
Cool. I think we fade out on that, and
give almost a scene, please.
Yeah, I think it's like it fades out, and I'm just like such a dick.
And we're actually hit a good time for our next break, so we're gonna take another short little break, and then we'll probably come back into a scene with Bailey because I feel bad that Momo's just been sitting there watching us.
Don't worry, I'm having fun. Awesome. I'm enjoying seeing the random shit.
Awesome. So yep, we're just gonna take just a few minutes, and we'll come back and do some more awesome City of Fog. Don't go anywhere.